Now, the head of the United Nations nuclear watchdog is issuing a chilling warning. He says Iran is just weeks away from having enough enriched uranium to develop a nuclear bomb. Criticizing Iran for its enrichment activities, International Atomic Energy Agency chief has called Iran's nuclear goals a quote-unquote matter of speculation. He says it is opaque in its dealings with UN nuclear inspectors and not giving the level of access to facilities they need. The watchdog Chief Grossi also highlighted unresolved IAEA findings, including traces of enriched uranium in unexpected locations, raising doubts about Iran's transparency. On the escalating tensions between Israel and Iran, Grossi condemned any notion of attacks on nuclear facilities. He said attacking nuclear facilities is an absolute no-go. Meanwhile, Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi, who began a 3-day visit to Pakistan on Monday, warned that Israel will be completely different and there will be nothing left of the Zionist regime if Tel Aviv attacks Iran again. The Iranian president also pledged to boost trade between the neighboring nations to $10 billion in the next 5 years.
مبارزه با تروریسم مواضع یکسانی است. هر دو مصممیم برای مبارزه با ناامنی‌ها و تروریسم. مبارزه با جرایم سازمان یافته.
With Islamabad historically closer to Saudi Arabia and the United States, Pakistan and Iran have had rocky relations despite signing many commercial pacts. Their highest profile agreement is a stalled gas supply deal signed in 2010. The agreement proposed a pipeline for Iran's South Fars gas field to Pakistan's southern province of Balochistan and Sindh. Now from Burundi's Dr. Malcolm Davis is joining us live from Canberra. He is a senior analyst in defence strategy and capability at Australian Strategic Policy Institute. Dr. Davis, thank you so much for joining us here on WION. Just days ago, Iran threatened to retaliate against Israel with never-before-used weapons. That's what Iran said. And then today we hear that it is weeks away from enriching enough uranium to make a nuclear bomb. Is it right to put these two statements together?
I think we are right to be cautious and worried. Certainly, Iran has been completely opaque in its dealings with the International Atomic Energy Agency. It has not been transparent in terms of allowing IAEA inspections across the length and breadth of the country. There's real suspicions that Iran is hiding nuclear activities. And the consensus within the strategic policy community is that Iran probably has sufficient fissile material enriched to about 60% for 3 nuclear weapons, but in order to get an effective nuclear weapon, they need to enrich to 90%. So the concern will be, does Iran try to break out, do that final enrichment, and get a nuclear weapon in a matter of potential weeks?
Right. Dr. Davis, the JCPOA was designed to make sure that Iran's nuclear program will be exclusively peaceful. And that plan of action is in a limbo right now. And we keep hearing that Iran is being opaque with its nuclear enrichment, with its enrichment of uranium. But do you think there was a way that the West could have saved this plan?
No, and the JCPOA essentially just kicked the can down the road in the sense that it didn't prevent Iran from getting nuclear weapons indefinitely. It only delayed Iran's ability to get nuclear weapons until the early 2030s. And that was the reason why the Trump administration withdrew from it, because they considered that the JCPOA didn't actually solve the problem, it just delayed it. And also there is this suggestion that even with the JCPOA in effect, the Iranians were hiding nuclear activities from inspectors. So I don't see the JCPOA as essentially uncertain. I see it as dead. And I think that we need to accept the fact that it's not coming back and revert to a posture of deterrence, whereby we make it clear to Iran that any move to acquire nuclear weapons will be met with a swift and severe response.
All right, Dr. Davis, thank you so much for getting us all those insights. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.